In the early morning hours of April 27, 1865, just 2 weeks after the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln, and only days after the end of the American Civil War, the Mississippi River claimed more lives than any other maritime disaster in United States history. More than 1,700 men, women, and children perished when the steamboat Sultana exploded and burned. That is more than the Titanic, yet few Americans know the name Sultana. The war was over. Union prisoners of war, emaciated and broken after months in the hellish camps of Andersonville and Cahaba, finally boarded a boat for home. They believed the worst was behind them. The Sultana was a sidewheel steamboat built in 1863 in Cincinnati, 260 feet long, designed to carry just 376 passengers. On that fateful night, she carried more than 2,200 souls, 6 times her legal capacity. Greed sealed their fate. Army officers and the boat's captain took payment for every man boarded. Other empty steamers sat nearby, but profits won. On April 24, the Sultana left Vicksburg packed beyond belief. Soldiers covered every deck, every stair, every inch of space. The boat listed dangerously under the weight. A hasty repair to a leaking boiler had been made with a simple patch of thinner iron. She stopped at Memphis on the evening of the 26th, unloaded some cargo, took on coal, and pushed north again into the flooded, swollen Mississippi. The river was nearly 4 miles wide. The night was cold, dark, and quiet. At approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, 7 miles north of Memphis, near the islands known as Patty's Hen and Chickens, 3 of the Sultana's 4 boilers exploded with a force that witnesses compared to 100 earthquakes. The blast tore upward through the crowded decks at a 45-degree angle. Scalding steam, flying timber, and live coals killed hundreds instantly. The upper decks collapsed. The pilot house was sheared away. Fire erupted and raced through the highly flammable wooden structure coated in paint and varnish. Men who had survived Andersonville now faced a new hell. Those not killed by the explosion jumped into the icy floodwaters. Many could not swim. Groups of men clung together and sank. Only 76 life preservers and 2 small lifeboats existed for over 2,000 people. The burning wreck drifted and finally sank near Mound City, Arkansas. Rescue boats from Memphis arrived, pulling survivors from the water. Hundreds more died later in hospitals from burns and exposure. The exact death toll remains uncertain, between 1,100 and 1,800. Official investigations blamed low water in the boilers and the shoddy repair, made worse by the extreme overcrowding. Sabotage theories were dismissed. Captain James Cass Mason went down with his ship. Most of the dead were young soldiers who had already endured the unimaginable. Their bodies floated for weeks. Many were never identified and buried in Memphis National Cemetery. The nation, mourning Lincoln and celebrating peace, barely noticed. No one was held truly accountable. The Sultana remains the deadliest maritime disaster in American history, and one of its least remembered. We remember them now, the men who thought they were finally going home.